The Sony ZV-E10 full frame camera is almost here. And finally we have its specs and release date. If you've watched our previous video, you'd probably remember that I promised to unveil the specs of the new Sony ZV-E10 as soon as I got my hands on it. So finally, we have all the technical details and specs of the new Sony ZV-E10 that's going to be announced by the end of this month. But before I reveal all the specs of the new Sony camera, please smash that subscribe button because you might want to know about two other cameras that are going to be released soon by Sony. We now have official word of the introduction of 3 new cameras. One of them will be the updated Sony ZV-E10, as I previously revealed in a video about its registration in China. And the second camera will be specialized for a certain niche. This implies that not everyone will find the camera useful. We are currently attempting to gather the information, but it might be anything related to videography or something similar. Moreover, a high-end photo camera will be the third camera. I will undoubtedly share any reliable information with you folks as soon as we have it. Now, it's time to reveal the specs of the new Sony's ZV camera. So the first change in the camera is its name. It's gonna be Sony ZV-E. There's no additional numbers like its predecessor E10. In addition to that, it's going to be a blend of the Sony a7S III and Sony a7C. Let me explain. It's going to have a body similar to Sony a7C and certain features of Sony a7S III. But there is an important thing to remember. Do not think of it as the Sony a7C's replacement, because the Sony a7C will soon have a new version itself. Now, talking about the sensor, it will have the same Sony a7S III 12-megapixel sensor. In addition to that, you'll be getting a 4K 60fps and 4K 120fps without crop. Yes, you heard me right, a brand new full-frame Sony ZV-E. Talking about the ISO, you'll be able to shoot in up to 409K ISO. The autofocus system will also be fantastic. According to the information we received, the autofocus system may be from either the Sony a7 IV or the Sony a7R V. This is the only spec we weren't able to confirm, but definitely the autofocus system is going to be a lot better than the previous version. Furthermore, the screen would be fully articulated like the previous version, and much better of course. Now, talking about the price, this camera is going to be a lot more expensive than its predecessor, so the price would be somewhere around $2,000. So that's all about the Sony ZV full frame, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for more updates on Sony, as we will shortly be sharing the information about 2 more cameras. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.